and then again we will take small demos of these how you can do that type of things. And here we have to understand lot of theoretical things also. So I'm starting with the session. So when we talk about this intrusion detection system, so first we have to understand what is intrusion detection system and what should ideally it should do. Uh, so in our case, when we talk about intrusion detection system, it is a security technology designed to detect unauthorized access, misuse, or attack on computer systems and networks. It monitors network traffic and system logs, looking for sign of suspicious activity or non-attack pattern. Once it detects an intrusion, it sends an alert to the security personnel so that they can take appropriate action. Now, which ideas, ideas will be called ideal intrusion detection system? So, which give you the information about the attack with the 100% accuracy. Suppose in our case, no attack is happening, but our intrusion detection system is saying that attack is happening, that we do not require that. Or if the attack is happening and it is saying that no attack is happening, again this should not happen. So an ideal IDS will be which give you the information about the attack or not attack with 100% accuracy. So this is our desired outcome. And second is it should give probability. Suppose I have just got the information that at 8:30, now it is 7:30, and at 30 somebody is coming to kill me. That means in 1 hour somebody is want to kill me. Now if I am making a call to the policeman and they are coming after 2 hours, then that is useless. That means already they might have done that. Same way, what will happen if attack is happening? And it could be certain, it could be ransomware type of Trojan horse type of attack, which can immediately cause lot of harm to your system. So we do not want that our IDS is going to tell us our after 2 hours that a certain attack has happened. It should give you that information about the attack within minute. Uh, and if and please remember there are two ideas which are famous which provide you the service. One is Sonot IDS, which is very costly, about 70 to 80,000 dollars per year is the cost, but equivalent good IDS is available. The name of that IDS is Surikata, which is free, and it is even, some people say that it is even better than that Sonod IDS. And if we use that IDS, and I will show you the screenshot of that mean when certain attack is there, within seconds it give you the information, not even in minute. So that mean whatever ideas, whether those are signature based or ML based, they should give you the information about the attack in under a minute, and with complete diagnosis of the attack. If it is a simple scanning type of thing, or whether it is a Trojan horse or ransomware, that type of things, it should give you information about the attack. And if it can give you the you can say the recommendation also about that attack, that mean even better. So when we talk about the real time that ideas available, they are able to do all these things. But we will see what type of ideas they are. But here in today's session, we do not want that type of ideas. We want to use MLDL type of techniques for implementing our idea solution. And please remember, whenever you are going to use any ideas, these four terms are always you have to discuss about these, or understand these four terms. What is true positive, what is true negative, what is false positive, what is false negative. We have to understand these terms whenever we talk about ideas. So first we need to understand what is true positive. So I will relate it with one corona example. Suppose in our case, we have got the corona, and our lab report is also saying that we have got corona. That is case of true positive. In the case of ideas, mean if the attack is happening and our IDS is also telling us that attack is happening and it is generating the alert. That means it is a case of true positive. We want this type of thing. Then we have got a true negative is available. That means we do not have the corona, and that report is also saying that we do not have the corona. That is true negative. That means in the case of IDS, mean attack is not happening, and our IDS is also not generating any alert. That means it is the case of true negative. So when we deploy any type of, whether this is MLDL based or signature based IDS, we want to have true positive or true negatives. We do not want false positive or false negative. Now, what is false positive and false negative? In false positive, again, I'm taking that corona example. That means in my case, I do not have the corona, but lab report is saying that I have got corona. Initially, this happened when corona came. So this is the case of false positive. That means no attack is happening, but our IDS is generating the alert that certain attack is happening. Again, this is not desirable. It comes under false positive. Then we have got false negative is there. That means in my case, I have got the corona, but lab report is saying that I do not have the corona. That is false negative. That means in the case of IDS, that means attack is happening, but IDS is saying that no, it is not generating the alert. So it is again not a recommended practice. So these are the four things that are associated with your IDS. Now, regarding that, the last question that was asked. Now, when we talk about intrusion detection system, that is only going to detect the attack. It will tell you that this is a DDoS type of attack, it is ransomware attack, or it is a Trojan horse type of attack, or it is simply scanning or brute force attack or SQL injection type of attack. But it will do nothing to prevent that. Please remember, in security, two things are important. One is detection, other is prevention. So always please remember that prevention will be done by the firewall. So sometimes what happen, we combine the IDS with the firewall. So what it becomes the intrusion prevention system. That means IDS will detect, it will give the information to the firewall, and firewall I will automatically write the rule for blocking that type of traffic. So IDS plus that you can say firewall, it is equivalent to IPS. So IPS will do the work of you can say for blocking that. So normally we use this in combination. Also what we can do, we can implement our these type of solutions also. That mean if a certain attack is being detected, then what we can do, we can perform certain action through the programming that disable this type of thing, that type of thing. But in real life, when I am giving the example of that suricata IDS, normally what we do, we suricata is IDS, and in our case we have got one very powerful firewall is available, IP tables firewall. So we combine that IP table firewall with this suricata, so it becomes one open source free type of IPS which is of industrial quality. So this will do that prevention also. That this is the answer of that question. Now again, a little bit, 5 minutes I will try to spend. What are the different type of attacks that are available? Quickly, I will discuss. Then we will see whether our IDS are able to detect that type of things. Now, what happens in this diagram? I'm showing one corporate network is there. Always corporate network will have certain front end servers, certain back end servers. Like when we go to some sweet shop, certain front end is there where we give the money and take the delivery of the sweets. But there is one back end also. We never are able to see that back end. So same time in a corporate network or university or college, certain servers are back end servers, certain front end, like web server, FTP, your mail server. These are front end server. So in the case of hacker, what it will do, it will use the internet and it will use certain tools like Nmap type of performing the ping sweep. That means before attacking the system, suppose tomorrow I am free. So I want to utilize that time and from you can say 9 to 12 I am free. So in that time I want to loot some bank in my city. Now It is not that I have decided and within 3 hours I will be able to do. I have to study certain things. When the bank is going to open, how many security guards are there, how much cash is there.
Mhm.
Generally, I will try to loot on some payday, that type of. That mean same way when hackers they try to hack. They have to analyze so which softwares are available, which systems are on. So they generally use nmap type of thing. So when they use
Oh.
nmap editing,
Mhm.
they are able to find out which services are available, whether DNS, NFS, or web. Quickly, I'm just skipping through. That means they will be able to find out. And then certain tools are there, like Metasploit type of tools are there. Uh, that mean that tool is going to find out which version of this is running DNS, which version of NFS is running, and web server. If they are going to find that Apache Nginx is running, then the hacker will be a little bit disappointed. But if they are going to find that IIS web server is running, which is window based, they will be very happy because 90% of web hack happens on IIS server. So they will try to check which type of services, which operating system is running, and they will be able to find out the vulnerability. Then they will use the next tool, Metasploit. Suppose they have found the vulnerability with the NFS. So then what they will do? They will try to have the root access. Once they have the root access, they will try to hack those systems. Now, as a IDS, we want to detect. That means if somebody is performing the scanning, our IDS should be able to tell us. And if somebody is trying to upgrade the privilege, that means after logging as a normal user, if they are able to log in as a root, it should able to tell us. And if attacks are now in this case, what will happen? This system is going to be is used for performing the hack on this backend system. So our IDS should be able to tell what is happening. That means they should be able to tell it is not happening directly. They have compromised this. So our IDS should be able to tell all these things. Then we have got a DDoS attack is available. Quickly, I will say in our case, in this case, what happens? Like I was giving that example. This is related to that Mirai botnet also. In that case, these were 6 lakh cameras. So here I'm showing certain insecure computer. So hacker will scan, like now 80 participants are there. And please remember, if I am going to run one tool is there, Nessus tool, which defense forces also use. If I'm going to run that Nessus tool against your system, I'm 100% to certain out of 80% if they are currently attending the session, 78 system will have critical vulnerability. So hackers use these type of tool and they are able to find millions of system. So what they do, they install certain agent on those system. Then what do they do? They establish one command center. Then what will happen? They give the command to this, then to this system, and this start performing the attack on that system. In that case, Mirai botnet, this happened. 6 lakh camera from that. They started attacking that DNS servers. So what happened? The legitimate user were. Now our ideas, it should be able to tell us whether this type of hack is happening or not. So there are two ways we will look at. One is signature based and certain secondly you are this ML and DL based. So let us move to that. So let me go to this. Now this is very important. Now when we are talking about IDS, we have to decide which type of IDS I want to implement. Now, most of the ideas that are commercially available, like I was talking about Suricata and Snort, I have already told that if you are purchasing the Snort, it is almost 70 to $80,000 per year is the license fee. That is the value of that software. Now, that ideas, Snort, even Suricata, it is signature based. Mean those Snort and Suricata product, they have got the signatures of more than 10,000 different attack signatures are available. So what happens if certain attack is there? it matches, if it matches against this signature, that IDS is going to tell you that this is the attack and this is type of the attack, and they are very fast. But the problem with this signature based IDS is that if suppose after this session 9:30 I'm going to create one new type of attack, what will happen? Those ideas will not be able to detect because the signature is not there. That is what happened when the corona came. Doctors, they do not have the database. What is this exactly? Slowly and slowly they were able to find out that these are the symptoms related to particular to that corona. That means now we have got that signature available. Now the doctors are able to diagnose, but not earlier. That means in signature based ideas, 0 day attacks you cannot detect. So we have got anomaly based, that means MLDL based, in which we detect certain, that means this is the normal traffic. Like in when I'm using this PC laptop, I know that most of the time my laptop CPU uses is 30 to 40%. My RAM usage is also 40%. So this is the normal behavior. Suppose I'm observing that at 9:30 that my CPU uses for the past 5 minutes it is 90%, and also the memory user is also 90%. That means something critical is happening, or it might be that certain scanning is being performed. Then also it will be a lot of load will be there. So we want to observe for certain time. It could be 10 to 15 minutes. So in anomaly maze, what they do, they make one threshold. That means this is the normal traffic. And if it is going beyond resource user and that type of thing, what will happen? Or number of logs that are being generated, it is much more than the normal average. Then again, it will find that a certain thing is not good with that. So it will be detected as a anomaly type of thing. Then we have got host based. That means if I just want to protect my laptop, then we are going to use host based IDS. And network based, that means if in your university you have got 5,000 systems are available, and if we want that, if there is an attack on any of those, it should be able to detect. So that is network. So mostly the IDS that are commercially available, again I have told that Sonota and Suricata, they are signature based, they are network, and little bit now they have tried to put that this machine learning algorithms are the. But in our case, we are not going to use that today. We in our case we will little bit try to design our this ideas ourselves that type by using ML and DL techniques. So that means major two categories: signature based, or you can say MLDL based. Then again, signature based, widely available, fairly fast, easy to implement, easy to update, but cannot detect attack for which it has not signature. Then we have got anomaly based, uses statistical model or machine learning engine to characterize normal user behavior, recognize departure from normal as a potential intrusion. Advantage, can detect attempt to exploit new and unresponsive vulnerability, can recognize unauthorized uses that fall outside. So in our case, in today's session, we will try to implement these type of things. But before that, we want to understand a little bit about the signatures also that we have already discussed. And before moving to that, this is also one very important thing where we are going to place that IDS. So suppose this is company network. Suppose we are expecting that certain attack is going to happen on GNA University, and I am putting the security in my office. That is of no use. And here also, what we have to do, we have to specify what will be the pattern. Suppose this is university or network. So what we want from internet, what we want, state we want the traffic to go to the IDS, then what will happen? Because IDS, it generates so much logs that mean even 1 terabyte hard disk will get fulfilled in 1 hour. So sometimes what we do, when the traffic is there, suppose in our company only web server and FTP and mail servers are there. Then what we do from this firewall, what it will do, it will drop all other traffic. Then we will send the traffic to the IDS. Then the log will be little bit less because we are blocking all other ports. So placement is very important. And sometimes we do not have straight way our lease line is getting terminated with router, then IDS is there. In this case, you will need lot of storage. So be careful. And here we are talking about another pattern could have been first IDS, then firewall. Mean it will detect, then it will prevent that type of things. So it depends upon your choices. Then uh, actually I could have given you the demo of Surikata also, that but again time will be not there. If in later stage, if I will find the time for 10 to 15 minute extra, then I will give you the practical example of that Surikata also. In this case, I'm just going to show you the screenshot. I have got one lab available with me, but that is signature based lab. So in this case, I have got one system is available in which Surikata is installed. That means IDS is installed. And this is my attacker system. This is my victim system. And this is also my attacker system. So in a diagram, I have shown that. That means this is our attacker system. This is attacker system. This is victim system. And this is intrusion detection system. So when I am going to, as a attacker, if I'm going to perform the attacks here, the traffic will go through the switch, and the IDS or IPS, what it does, it it is able to capture the traffic of whole traffic, and it will analyze the traffic and it will generate that. So in my case, I'm just showing you, in my case, from 91 system, let mean in this diagram, from this 91 system, I tried to send one Trojan horse here. So this was the Trojan horse that I was sending. And on my IDS, what it was able to do, it was able to detect suspicious user agent, black sun, network Trojan. And then second attack I performed from that attacker system was SQL injection. And this is the again output of my Surikata machine. And here what it is showing, web server possible SQL injection. That means in our case, when I was talking about Surikata, it has got signatures available. And signatures are DS yield. These are chat type of DNS type, DOS attack, FTP attack. Do we have? Participant, please. Uh, then we have got mobile malware, P2P rules are there. So in our case, that means more than when we install Surikata or Sono, more than 10,000 different attack signatures are there. So it is able to recognize that type of attack.
आओगे फिर
Participant, please.
और टीओटी
विपिन सर, आप म्यूट माइक ऑन कर लें।
पहले तो ऑन ही था ना कि सर?
तो सर मैंने म्यूट किया सभी को।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, ओके, थैंक यू. So let me again. That means it was signature based. So according to signature, it was able to detect that type of thing. So attack, it was able to detect. So in my case, now I will give you the demo of one, and we will look at the demo. And please remember, when you are implementing ML and DL based these ideas, we need to train that, we can say, we have to create certain model. We need certain data set. So one of the famous data set that contains what are different type of attacks are there, and whether this is normal traffic or this is attack traffic. One data set is available. That data set is KDD cup data set is there. So it contains lot. Let me give you the information about. So in our case, this data set is there. Basically, what is in this data set? This data set was created from 1998 DAPRA Intrusion Detection and Evaluation program by MIT Lincoln Labs. What they did, they set up a simulation of a typical US Air Force LAN and collected 7 weeks of TCM data for network traffic. The TCP dump data was processed into about 5 million connection records. That means when we talk about this data set, it has got almost 5 million connection records are there. And these each connection record has got 41 features are there, including basic feature of TCP connection, connect failures with the connection timeout. Uh, so that means 41 features are there. And four types of attacks are that mean they created certain lab and they simulated certain type of attack and they collected certain data. For collecting the data, you can use the Wireshark software, but at that time TCP dump software was more prevalent. So they captured that data by using TCP dump. And it was having, like in the case of Snort, and that it is having more than 100 different category. But here the attacks were into four main categories: denial of service attack, remote to local access, then privilege explanation, then scanning type of attacks were there. That means if we are going to train our model on this data set, because this is a very old data set, so it might not be suitable for almost you can say 26 years later. It might not be suitable, but still for understanding these type of how these ideas ML device, we can use this type of data set. Or what we can do, we can create synthetic data set also. So in my case, I will be showing both the examples, and we will see how to generate that synthetic data and how to create that algorithm, that type of thing. So in this data field, columns were there. So we have to, when we are going to download the data, and please remember this is the site from where you can download the data. And how many millions record was there? 5 million connection records were there. So we are not downloading all the things. So in our case, what we do, KDP data 10%. That means we in that link, uh, one different option is available. If I'm going to download this file, we are able to download only 10% of data. Because if I'm going to use 5 millions records, then what will happen? Training time will be much more. So, but accuracy will be. So sorry, I have to drink the water. So in our case, we downloaded that file. Then what we need to do? We need to add these columns because we have to do the lab. In labels, what is there? Duration, protocol type, service flag, source. That means different parameter is there. Then we have to define the level, whether it is normal traffic or whether it is attack type of traffic. So in our case, for certain thing, I'm just going to show you the screenshot of whatever I have performed. For certain, I will be giving the practical demo. So in our case, what we did from this website, I downloaded that data, this file. And after downloading this file, I created one directory. The name of that directory was KD data set processor. In your case, you can keep any name of the directory, anything. Then in this case, what I did, I created one data directory and I downloaded that file in that data directory. So in this screenshot, what it is showing, our data set is there. Then what we have got, Docker file is there, requirement is there, process KDB file is there. please remember, let me discuss what technology I'm using. In your case, you can use Google Colab, that type of thing for doing the experiment of things. But in my case, I'm using one latest technology that is called Docker. By using Docker, what you can do, you can put all these file in one image. And then with single command, you can run all the things. That mean all the softwares will get installed automatically. Your training will get performed automatically. Output will get generated. That means training, testing, inference, all things we can specify in one file. And in for that we have to create that Docker file. So in my case, I'm not using those things. I'm using this Docker technology. So what is in Docker file? First, we have to see. So that means I have downloaded this AD dataset. We know that whenever we have to train the model, we need certain training data and certain test data. So I have to divide this into training data plus test data, because for model to work properly or error proof, we need to do certain test data we should have. So in this file, one file is there. So in my case, I have divided that data into two forms. One is training data and one is test data. So for that, again, what I want to use a Python program. Then I want to copy certain requirements, then copy this file. And first of all, that means I will be having one Linux system in which Python is already installed. But for converting that into training set and data set, I need to run certain script. And for script, what I need this Panda and Skylit Learn library. So whatever we need software, we can specify. Like when you are performing the things, you will take one Linux system, we will install the Python, then we will install this and we will install this. But what happens if we have to perform the second experiment in which we need different version, this difference, or we need TensorFlow, that type of thing. Suppose I have to perform 10 different experiment. So if you are using single VM, that is not very efficient. So the industry people, they have moved into this Docker type of thing, in which what they do, they create one isolated image and they install all the requirements. So what will happen when I'm going to use this file in Python, all this will get installed, this will get installed. Then what will happen? It will copy this thing and this will be the data. So let me show you. So in that script, again, I am not going to explain the whole code because it will be too much technical. So I'm giving the brief point. So here in the script, we are importing Panda, this model, then importing OS because that file is in zip format. So we need certain tool to unzip. And because that data is not, column names are not there. So in our case, we want to add column. That means our purpose is that means divide that data into training set and your test data set. Plus, we have to add these column names. So for that, I have this program is there. It will uh, uh, pick the data from that file from this directory. Then what it is going to do? It will create certain file. And what is it? Test split point. That means we are dividing the data into 80-20. And then what it is going to do? It will create one training file kddt train, and then second file will be kdd test. So let me go to that, or let me show it here. So when in our case, that means this was the screen. When I'm going to run that command, what will happen? In output, we will get two another files will be there. And those files will be kdt test this. And if I have to check this, what will happen? This is our, that means uh, when I'm going to run that command, this column will get added and this will be the data set. In data set, if you are going to carefully look, certain values are there, 0, 0, and in the end, the one label will be there whether it is attack or not. So this is your training set, this is your data test. And then what we are going to do, we are going to perform one demo. So in my case, uh, let me go to this directory IDS GUI. That will be much more efficient. So let me show you the demo. So here I'm going to cancel this. So in my case, I have got one directory is there. I am naming it as GUI. And I'm running one very powerful command is there, tree command. And please look, certain files are there. And we have got one training directory is there, one test directory is there. Then we have got one front end directory is there. Now, what is in this training directory or all things that I'm going to show you? First of all, we want to perform training and we need to install certain softwares there. So in my case, let me show you the file. One file is there in train directory. And one file is there. The name of the file is requirement. That means for this experiment, I need Panda, I need this scikit-learn and joblib. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, please remember, Docker file you can say is used for creating one operating system. We do not call operating system. It will create one image. And what is in this image? It will be a little bit more technical type of thing. So let me go there. This file is there. If you are going to carefully look, we are saying, please, we want to have Python. Then we have one requirement file and we are running one command run pip install requirement x. So what will happen? It will install pandas. Python is already installed. It will install this. It will install this. It will install this. Suppose we have got 10 libraries are there. If we are going to specify these 10 libraries here, it is going to install all these 10 libraries. Then we are going to copy train.py. Then this KD train data we are going to put. And then whatever are the training results, what we are going to do, we are going to save it in one shared folder. So how we are going to perform this training? First, let us check that as data. In our case, we told that we downloaded that 5 million records were there, but we downloaded that 10%. But again, even after downloading that 10%, if I'm going to train based on that data, it is going to take a lot of time. So in my case, what I have done, I have generated one synthetic data. So let me again go to that tree command. So we have already checked two files, Docker file requirements. I want to check which data I'm using. So in our case, I'm just going to show one train. This is one folder and in which we have got one data is there. This is the data. So if you're going into careful, I am not using those millions record. In this case, I have just got 3 features are there in that data. 41 features were there and one label was there. Whether this is so in to make the demo simple. So what I'm using a in this world, I have just created in which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 records are there for training. And you know that if we are going to train on this later mix of data, then chances of overfitting are there. So we will see what will happen. So this was the training data. We are not using those millions record, and we will see what are the problem we are going to face. So this was training data. So we will see how to use that training data. Then let me show you that test data. So I will go to that test. In test, let me first show you the because once the model got trained, we need to test that also whether it is working properly or not. So again, in that case, we require these libraries. And then again, I'm going to show you Docker file. And if you are going to carefully look, again, requirement file is, that means almost same type of software we are using for the testing purpose also. But here we want to see about that data for testing. Again, for training purpose, we are using 5 record. For testing, we are using 4 record. Again, this is not the recommended practice, but we just wanted to test the concept. Once our all the logics are clear, so what we can do, we can always increase the data. So this was the data. Then let me again show the another thing. Then one front end is there. If you are going to carefully look, one front end is there. So in front end, let us first check the, because we want to make the predictions also. If you are going to give one new data, that means we have performed the testing also, training also, testing, and we want to now predict on the base of new data. So that logic we have written in this front end. So let me show you which type of software I'm going to use. So for in front end, I'm going to use one requirement file is there. One requirement file is there. So again, for this purpose, I'm using again 3 things, but additional software I'm using because I want GUI front end. So for that purpose, I'm using Flask software also. So let me show you that Docker file also. So in Docker file, what we are specifying, that mean please take Python, then install those requirements. That mean now it is going to install this Flask also, joblib also, pandas also, skyletron also, and it will run our GUI application on which port? 5000 port. And it is going to predict on the basis of predict.py. So let us check that predict.py also. So predict.py also. So certain code is there. That means it will load the model. And then when we are going to specify the data, it is going. And then we have written one file. This is the main file. Suppose with a single command, I want to first train the data, then test the data, then we want that front end could get activated. So we can create one script which is Docker Compose. So in my case, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you the screenshot here because we will see what is the problem with this demo. So in this case, I have shown you all the files. This is the file, this is the file, this is the file, this is the file, this is the, all the files are there. So now which command I'm going to run? I'm going to run this command docker compose build. Then what command? First, I want to train the data because when I'm running this command docker build, it will create 3 operating system, one for training, one for test, one for runtime. We will not say that it will create operating system. We will say it will create 3 images. Then first of all, we want to run training. So docker compose up train. So what it will do? It will do all the things. So look at this, the results. In training, attack precision 1, recall 1, F1 score 1, accuracy 1. Now, if the model is so much correct, if you have already, I think this is a lot of you have learned about different mechanism and what these results show. If your accuracy, precision, all values, these, if these are represent 1, this is the mostly the case of overfitting. That means overfitting happens when the data is very small. Okay. For further confirmation, what we did, we ran this test again. When we ran this test, what it is showing? It is showing that this accuracy is 75 and this precision is this. Now in training and this test, lot of difference is there. That means it is not working properly. Lot of mismatch is there. So this was the case of generally. Please remember one thing: if you are going to take data too much less data for training and that purpose, you are always going to get certain problems there. So this model perform perfectly on data set. This suggests the model has memorized the training data rather than learning generalized pattern. And testing model perform worse on testing data compared to the training data. While the drop in accuracy is not extreme, it indicates that model is struggling to generate. That means whatever we have created, our code is okay, everything is okay. In our case, the data was not sufficient. And what is the diagnosis? That means overfitting. So how to address overfitting? Lot of things we can do. So we have to collect more data. So in my case, the actual example that I'm going to run, that in which we are going to create much more records than we have used. In our case, we used 5 training records and 4 testing purpose. This is, we should be generating much more. Then even in that overfitting model, if I am going to run, although it was able to predict the things normal attack, but in this case, we were giving the data which was in the training set and test set, so it was able to predict. But if I am going to give the new data, it will not work. And please remember, if the values are like this, when you are training the model and it is perfect training score, and when you are testing the data and difference between training and your test data is much more, that means it is the case of your overfitting. So now what we want to solve this problem. So in my case, what I have done, so in my case, I will be giving you the exact, not this example. So in my case, I've created another demo that I will be actually running. So I will be using V3 version. And please remember, again, if I'm going to run, code is same, almost same. But let us look at the data. So in my case, I'm just going to open this file. Now we have increased the data. Cat, train, KD. And if I am going to type this, lot of data is there. How many records are there? We have got one very useful command is there. WC minus L. It will show you the line. So 801 records are there. Actually 800 records are there because one label is there. So that is why it is showing 801. So that means we have increased the data. And what about that test data? So in test data, we are again going to say KDD. And in my case, I do not want, I just want 20 lines. So we can run these commands. That means lot more data is there. Again, let me check with this command WC minus L. Later on, I will show you the code also, how I have generated this synthetic data. Now what I want to run this. So let me again show. So in our case, what we want to train the data, and we want to create the test also, and then we want to implement the front end. So in our case, we have to create 3. Code is already there. So we have to run just one command. That command is docker compose. Please remember, this is one new technology. Almost 30 to 40 IT% IT industry will be running on Docker and Kubernetes technology. So I'm using for the experiment purpose this Docker. So in my case, I'm saying build. That means it will create one operating system. I will not say operating system, one image. which will contain all the things that we have specified in this Docker file. Then it will create this image file and this image file. So it can take a lot of time. But in my case, because certain things already I have downloaded it, so it is just taken 5 to 6 seconds. But in your case, if I'm going to give you this directory and if you are going to run this command, it can take from 10 to 15 minutes. That means now we have got three images are available. One is train image, one is your you can say test image, that type of thing. So now I want to perform the training. So I'm going to run this command. I'm going to say train. Now what it will do? It will take those 800 records. So let us see what is going to happen. Now it will give you the result also, training results. What is the accuracy? What is that precision? That type of thing. And again, if it is going to be 100%, that means 111 score, then again that is going to be that means certain problem with the training data is there. So again, because it's a training, and if I would have taken 1 million records, then it will take much more. Now, if you are going to carefully look, precision average is 0.92, recall 93, F1 score, and accuracies. That means it is not uh, 1. That means if the value is 1, that means it is memorizing the data. And please remember this also, 800 record, it has divided this 800 record because the logic that I have written in that training, it is dividing that 800 record into 5 slots. Then it is on 160 basis, a certain record it is using for the validation purpose. So if you are going to carefully look, this is 72 plus 88 mean total 160. So this is the your testing. Let us now check. And what happened? Let me show. Model saved to this. So let me run this command, tree command. So if you are going to carefully look, this file got created. That means model got created. Now we want to test. For testing purpose, we have got one test is there. So again, what will do? Now it will try to test by using that testing data. So we will see what are the results. Then we will try to analyze those results. And we will see how much difference is between training and test data. If it is much more difference, suppose 20% difference is there, that means again, this is not perfect model. So again, it is testing that model. So it will show you the result and then we will try to analyze. And please remember, we have taken small data and in our case, the data is synthetic and I will show you the commands also that I have used for creating that, you can say that synthetic data. And look at this, accuracy 0.91, precision 0.9. And what was this? Almost. That means our perfectly fitted model is there. That means it is model is working properly. Now what I want to make the predictions. So for prediction, what I have to use, I have to activate the front end also. So I'm going to say front end, front end, and what it will do. And front end is using front end mean it will give you the one GUI interface. And because we are using the Flask by default, it will run on 5000 port. So in our case, it is going to activate that. That means now we want to make the predictions. So first it will give you 1 point. So in my case, let me show you. So what it is saying, it is running on localhost 5000 port. So in my case, I'm just going to use this data. And please remember, we could have used Firefox browser, but there I have to specify the data. in our case for testing, we use one curl browser is there because I'm using command line. So I'm pasting certain data, feature one, feature two, feature, because in our data feature, three features were there. And then what we are going to say, we are saying, please go to this link and predict. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to second terminal. So let me increase the font size. So in my case, so I'm going to, so what it is saying, it is attack type of traffic. And then let me go second, again check. It is again showing attack. It depends upon the what data you are going to give. Third, it is showing the no. That means our that training score was good, our testing score was, and it is doing the predictions also. That means you can design the whole, but here we are using only the three phase, and I was using the synthetic type of data. And let me cancel this. I'm canceling this. And once your demo is done, that means by using these type of thing, when I'm using the Docker, creating the demo is very easy. So I'm just going to. So let us deduce certain things. So in what the changes we have made. So in the first case, it was overfitting type of model. Generally, when you learn these things, they say that overfitting is happening, and they say certain thing about overfitting. One is the less data. So in this case, in previous logic and this logic, certain changes we made. We made much more data. Then we use the regularization parameters. Then we use for faster training. We use certain grid search options. We used for faster training purpose. Now in our case, first let me show you that. First, let me go to the deduction type of thing. Then I will show you how I generated that data. So this was our screenshot of that. So if we have to deduce the thing, results suggest that your model is well fitted to the data. Here is why. Training and test data are close. The metrics, accuracy, recall, F1 precision on the training sets are very similar to those on the test set. This indicates that your model is not overfitting, where the training metrics are much higher than the when the difference is more in the previous case, or underfitting, where both training and metrics are very low. That means suppose it is showing accuracy 0.4, testing 0.3. That is underfitting. And good performance metric, all the metrics, that mean these metrics are above 90%, which is indicative of good predictive performance. Now, how I have generated that synthetic data? You always heard about that. This is sometimes you can use the synthetic data. So let me just show you the code that I used. So step 2 data generation. So in my case, this is the code that I use. That means I was having one directory, data generation. Again, one empty directory was data. Then Docker file is there. Then generate data file is there. Then requirement file is there. So Docker file and this combination, they will create one particular image. So let us first see the output of this. So in Docker file, again, we are using Python and requirements, pandas and numpy. Then this is the generate data. So carefully look, num samples, we are saying 1000 samples. So feature one, we are randomly generating feature two, and then we are creating certain logic that if feature one's feature value is this and this, take it as a normal traffic, attack traffic, this type of that. That means you have to work hard on that creating synthetic data also, which will result in your perfect type of model. So in our case, created this. Then what we did, we ran this command docker image build. Then we ran this command. Then what happened? this data was available, and if the sample data, this train, this was there, and this. That means when you are using this type of models, what is happening? It is able to deduct whether the attacks are there or not, that type of thing. But the problem is, if I am going to use individually this ML type of solution, this alone is not sufficient because the speed might be very slow. So what is happening these days? We are trying the combination. That means sometimes what happens, we try to combine this surikata with this machine learning. So surikata is also that means we can integrate that type of solution, although I'm not going to go into that, but with certain efforts, that mean if you want your research scholar that type to do the work, then what you can do, you can combine these real ideas, which is surikata, which is open source. So what we can do, we can combine with these type of models, MLDL model, in which we are going to train on certain data, and then we are going to combine data for data. Or what we can do, in these models, what we have created, we can create certain, add certain signature type of logic. But please remember, if already some product is perfect, in our case, which is Surikata, which is source code is also available. So I will suggest uh, that if your research scholar, they want to work on this field, so what they can do, they can combine that Surikata type of thing into this. So let me discuss one or two more other things, then I will take the questions. Uh, so certain other solutions are also available. So again, suppose you do not want to use your Surikata also, and you do not want to use this your solution. So already AWS people, they have got certain products available. One of that product is AWS Shield product is there. And what it is going to do? It is basically, it is going to manage DDoS production. But two versions are available. One is Shield version and one is advanced version. So tailored protection against large and sophisticated DDoS events from layer to layer 7. And again, it uses a certain behind the scene, it also uses certain machine learning and deep learning type algorithms for detecting these type of. So already certain solutions are available. Shield is one solution. Then we have got one Mackie solution is also uh, then we have got one security hub solution is also available, which will again this uses these type of technologies. Then we have got inspector is there. Again, automatical security vulnerability type of feature is there, but more comfortable, more that integrate with that IDS type is your this you can say the this is the product Shield, that is the product that we can use. So let me see if there is anything I can. So still time is left. So should I give you the demo of that? If you want the demo of that Surikata, I can give because certain time is still left because this demo is already complete. Or should I take the questions? So participants. So let me 10 minute quickly. I will give you the people the demo so that you feel comfortable. So let me close this solution. So I'm closing this. So I'm opening my one solution is there. So let me power on this solution. So it will give you the little bit idea of how actual this works, your IDS works. So I'm starting with this. So let me show you the diagram also. So for 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the demo, then I will take the question. So I'm moving back to this solution. So that means I'm activating this lab. So first I'm starting this. I cannot immediately start all the system because it will put too much load on my system. Now I'm going to power on my attacker system also. So let me go into that. Uh, this is my attacker system. So let me this system get started. So I'm just going to log in. So quick demo I'm going to just show. Let me start this. That means this is the one system that attacker will use. So in my case, I have to just check what is the password. So in my case, I have already got one IDS I already installed. So please, if you have to install that Suricata IDS, you have to just run one command that is apt get install Suricata. It will automatically get installed. So in my case, this is going to be my attacker system, and this is going to be my victim system. I'm so in my case, what I will do, I will open two terminals. So it will make the things even more clear. So I'm opening two terminals, second terminal. So sudo, it will, because I'm logged in as a normal user. So in my case, I want to log in as a root user. So I have to run this command. So I'm increasing the font size. So quick 10-minute demo of practical working of real time. And please remember, this Suricata is so powerful IDS. It does the work of that $70,000 software. Very powerful. So let me. Okay. So in my case, this is already power on. This is so 5 minute another I am going to take and I will show you the demo. So I'm another system. So here I will log in as a root user and whatever is the password. So let me open. So here I have to activate my Suricata. Let me open one terminal. Participant, I think you might be getting restless. So just another 5 minutes. So sudo. Okay, let me show you. So here, what I have to do, I have to activate my Suricata. So for activating my Suricata, what I need to do, I have to run this command suricata -c. One configuration file is there. When we are going to run this configuration file, what it will do? It will activate our suricata. Then what I am going to do? This is our victim system, and this is our you can say attack system. And from here, what I am going to do? I'm going to perform certain attack. Uh, This is the one I have sent a certain Trojan horse there, and this is I'm sending one SQL injection. So in my case, let me show you. I will go to this system. Now I have to cancel this already, Control C. And whatever I have done, there will be one file will be there and the file's name will be there. So whatever hack will be there, whatever. If you are going to look, what it is saying, certain Trojan was detected, and certain this ransomware, lot of things it is going to show. That means first you have to activate by using this command. Then whatever attacks will be performed, it will be performed by using, it will store in this file. So real time, if I'm going to open one terminal here, one terminal here, what will happen? It will show you the real time attacks. So here I will conclude this session. Now I will take the questions. So the questions is, let me go to the, because you will be able to properly understand the demo if a lot of thing I have to explain. Let me show you one thing more in this demo. And please remember, I was talking about the signatures. There is one file is there, cd, etc, etc, suricata, rules. Please remember, all the signatures are there. These are the signatures. That means all the hacks which are available on the world, about all the information is available in the signature. And suppose if you are finding that it is not able to detect certain type of attack, then what we can do? We can create our signature also. For that, we have to keep the name of the file as local rule. So in my case, I've just shown you that you have to activate, and whatever hacks are being getting performed, so it will show there. It is going to, like here it is showing. And what is the time it is showing? 1-1. This is today's attack at 8:39 from this system, 91 system. Somebody tried to hack on 41. Then Trojan horse it is going to show. Then network Trojan was detected. It was sent from which system? On this system. I will cancel this. So participant, now I will take the questions. I think already a lot of technical things we have done. So I'm concluding my session. Any questions, participants? In my case, I will try to share the maximum slides which are possible. Certain slides are part of my official course. I will, but again, 70 to 80% material what I have shown, I will be able to share with you people.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful session. Participants, you can drop the queries, if any, in the chat box.
I think dinner time is there. So any further query you can contact with I'm just sharing my number. I think no more questions are there.
Yes, sir, appreciations for you are coming. So what are the contents you have shared? You have beautifully explained.
Thank you, Pankaj ji.
So,
Thank you for engaging me for the sessions. Although it was getting too much technical, so it
yes,
might
sir.
not be having comfortable.
Yes, sir.
I think
So
we do not
thank you
have
so
any
much, sir.
question.
It gives me immense pleasure to address you all at the moment in our Atal-sponsored faculty development program titled Emerging Trends in Information System Security Using AI and Data Science for Next Generation Cyber Analytics. So, on the behalf of organizing team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished expert Engineer Vipin Gupta ji, for delivering two enlightening and highly relevant talks on the topics. So the titles that he has elaborated with the appropriate demonstration are securing IoT devices with AI-powered solutions, machine and deep learning methods for intrusion detection systems. So both these sessions have been a treasure trove of knowledge, offering deep insights into the pressing challenges of cybersecurity and innovative solutions powered by artificial intelligence. So, sir, your expertise coupled with the practical applications has undoubtedly broadened our perspectives and enriched our understanding on these critical areas. So, the concepts that you have presented have not only been thought provoking, but also provided us the actionable knowledge to address the real world problems. So I am certain that participants have gained a great deal from your sessions and will carry forward these learnings into their academic and professional pursuits. So once again, I thank you for your valuable time, efforts, and commitment to sharing your expertise with all of us. And I also take this opportunity to thank all the participants for their engagements and curiosity, which has added the vibrancy of this FDP. So let's all continue to contribute towards advancing knowledge and practice in the field of information system security. So
Uh,
thank you, Vipin sir, and thank you all the participants for being there continuously.
Thank
So
you,
sir,
sir. One last
one
question
query,
was there
yeah,
hacking possible without internet? Just steal that system and then do the experiment. Like these day thieves, what they are doing, they are not able to steal from the ATM. So what they are doing, they are taking away the ATMs. So that I will say. But again, physically, you can copy the data, that type of thing. Without internet also it is possible to hack the system. So that is the answer to the final question. And thank you, Pankaj ji, for inviting me for the sessions. And it is always wonderful dealing with you and your college. Thank you.
thank you so
Should
much,
I
sir.
close that? Uh,
Yes,
uh,
sir. Now you can close
okay.
session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Uh, Dear participants, I'm just sharing the links for the feedback. Pankaj sir also announced that attendance for 30 and 31st has been uploaded on the Atal portal. So
Right,
you
sir.
can check if there is any query, they can send us that query so we can
So, dear
resolve that.
participants, the attendance is already shared in the particular WhatsApp group on the session wise. So already the 4 sessions has been conducted, and today, including the today's 2 sessions, total 6 sessions has been conducted. So the sir has uploaded your attendance for day 1 and day 2, that is 30th of December and 31st of December on the Atal portal. So you can check your attendance in your participant login. And I do request you again, that is, please log in these sessions with your registered email ID only. And whenever you are filling the feedback and quiz as well on the last day of this 6-day program, that is on Saturday, so please fill the same details as you have filled in the during the registration of this Atal FDP program. So kindly check previous 2 days attendance on the portal, and they are mapped appropriately, but still the human error can occur. So if it do occur, kindly convey us through the WhatsApp message. So the feedback links are already shared on the chat box. So after
I
filling
had
the
shared
feedback,
the YouTube channel also. We had uploaded 4 session videos on that.
yeah, dedicatedly the YouTube channel for this program is created. And up to yesterday, that is 4 sessions are already uploaded. And probably on tomorrow, we will update the today's 2 talks as well on the same channel. So you can utilize these services as well as on your Atal portal. whenever we are receiving the appropriate resources, that will be updated on the document portion of your Atal login. So kindly note down the YouTube channel, and all the previous and further sessions will be uploaded on the same channel.
So, is there any query you can ask? Otherwise, you can leave.
Sir, can you share session 4 feedback link, sir? Yesterday I was missed, sir.
Sir, feedback for yesterday link is closed now, so you can fill the today's two session links. So both session links, session 5 and 6 are shared now. So the previous session links is closed.
Sir, yesterday the attendance link for or feedback link of session 4 was not shared. I had checked it two to three times. Only it was shared by the only for the session 4, session 3, not session 4.
Sir, it was shared in the chat box, and we have received about 140 responses for this session 4. So feedbacks are already shared at the end of the session or near ending to the session. So we are not sharing both the feedback links at the last of concluding to second session. So in the last of the third session, the concerned link was shared, and similarly, the fourth session link was shared in its closing. So no issue, sir. Kindly fill the today's session feedback links. And please be available on time. We are putting our best efforts while arranging the appropriate resource persons, and they are doing a lot of efforts for the presentation, for the interaction, while identifying the appropriate case studies as well as the practical exposure in the respective domains. So kindly anticipate with your thought process, with your queries, so that this Atal sponsored faculty development program could bring the knowledgeable results, and it could be applicable to each profession in which we are working with. So kindly attend the sessions on time. I should not specify that to the candidates to join the link in the WhatsApp group. So kindly attend the session automatically. The schedule is already shared with you. So half of the faculty development program, that is 3 day session, are already completed. And on Thursday, Friday, 2 sessions each day will occur. And on the last day, the 3 sessions will occur, which includes a different schedule with reference to the evening schedule that we are following up. So after the third session, the quiz will be conducted. And again, I repeat, that is the 70% of attendance and 80% of the marks. Sorry, 80% of your attendance and 70% of the marks in the quiz are mandatory to qualify for the digital certificate from the AICT. So keep your attendance continuously growing. At least 80% of the attendance is required and 70% marks in the final quiz, which are mandatory to qualify the certificate.
Sir, I want to ask one thing.
Yes, sir.
Sir, assessment test we happen on the last day of the FDB, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last day.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
On
Sir,
Saturday,
good
sir,
evening.
in the schedule, it is specified. We are
Okay.
following up the right schedule. One of
Right,
the
right.
resource person on the tomorrow's talk, he was unable to be there in the as a resource person. He has requested to reschedule his talk. So there is one change, but the schedule is same. One resource person is changed. Tomorrow's resource person at the 6 p.m. he will deliver his talk on the Saturday on the second last session. So the swapping of the talk has occurred, but the schedule is absolutely the same. So kindly follow up the schedule. That is, on Saturday we are having the different schedule, and at the last, in the summarized part, after the feedback session, the quiz will be conducted.
Exactly, sir.
Sir,
Thank you so much.
appreciate your efforts. At the same time, I request you to upload the materials also, because we might not get that much time to go through all the YouTube videos, because it takes
Yes,
that much
ma'am,
of
I
time, and
got
due
it.
to work schedule,
Uh,
we do
So
not have that
probably,
much time.
Tomar, already there are the 5 research articles related to the curriculum. They are uploaded, but probably tomorrow we will get all the relevant resources from the concerned resource persons. So I will upload while removing those links of the research articles on the Atal portal. So tomorrow you will get the updates on the Atal portal about the resources that the experts have shared. So you will get the same resources.
And
Sure,
one more
sir.
thing,
Thank you.
we had uploaded the videos for the sessions in the YouTube channel. You can also
Uh,
go through there.
yeah, we appreciate this effort, but since we all are working professionals, we do not have that much time to go through all the YouTube videos again, once again. And we really appreciate that you have kept it as a reference, and we can see it later whenever it is needed. But to qualify the test on Saturday, we need some material, and we appreciate that you are taking the
Mm,
initiative, and it will be done
No,
tomorrow.
no problem, no problem. We'll upload by
Thank you.
tomorrow whenever we got from the resource person. So, is there any other query by the participants? Otherwise, you may leave.
If there is no further query, we can close this session.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.